Yo, what's good, everybody, and welcome back to the TheStankCast, episode 11, with myself, Stank. On this episode, I'm joined again by Craig Cowie and Karis Martin, frequent guests on the couch here at the TheStankCast. However, on this episode, Karis is going to be giving us a little bit more details into our recent expedition up Mont Blanc. She's going to be showing us some pictures of where she's going to be staying, some of the valleys that she's going to be crossing. The Valley of Death is included in that. And she also goes on to show us about how her injury has been affecting her preparation, how it affects her jiu-jitsu, and then her and Craig go into a little bit about the jiu-jitsu talk. You know how they love to do it. But that's not all we talk about in this episode. We get the conversation off the jiu-jitsu and back onto me. The guys posed me a serious question about what it would take to get me uprooted and back down to England to continue my chefing career. Now, I give them an answer, but I don't think it's the one they expected. Find out what I say later in the episode. So sit back and listen, and let us know what you think of the pod. What were we talking about there?
We were talking about hill walking.
Everyone went quiet. What happened?
Yeah, you smashed your head and we were talking about I was busy laughing at you.
But
That's actually what was happening.
I'm gonna train a lot more anyway in the next up and coming weeks, and then hopefully I'm at like a decent all round level.
Put a punching bag under the front of the treadmill and then just go for walks. It'll be a nice uphill incline for you there.
Yeah.
Have you figured out like your accommodation or that? Have you got good hotels?
Yeah, we've got.
Is it like a chalet or something?
Yeah,
a wee chalet. Do you have a personal chef in that?
No.
Do you not?
No, we'll fly you over.
Yeah, fair. I mean, I'm busy to be honest. But
wait, where is it like?
France.
What do you mean?
Oh fucking hell, yeah, it's France.
It's like the Alps.
What did you
Chamonix.
think? What did you think?
Honestly,
did you just go down the Lake
I just
District?
didn't even think that. I just didn't actually even think about the fact that wherever it was would be in a different country. Eh? What's it called?
Chamonix.
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 Yeah. It is the.
I was going to say, why don't you just
tent?
camp, but you'd be broken trying to do all that walking and camping, and if it's in France.
It takes 2 days to climb Mont Blanc.
What do you mean?
So you walk up.
Give me an itinerary, run me through this.
Right, so you get up, you walk up to, I think it's between either 3,000 or 3,800 metres, and you stay in like a refugee. It's like pretty much like a hotel.
Okay.
On the hill. I'll show you a picture of it.
And how long is the walk to the hotel like? And how high is it?
I don't even know.
Wait,
it'll be like a
3,000 something meters?
Yeah, it'll be like 8-9 hour walk, probably more.
What about the people that work at this hotel? Do they just stay there all the time?
I'd imagine so. They'll come up and down. But yeah, look at this. So this one's fully booked, but I hope we do get into it. If
do
not,
they have to walk up every time you have to go to work?
There is a cable cart that will take you so far.
But they have... Damn.
That's cool,
that looks cool.
That is cool.
Like, for context, it's literally like a steel ball on the side of a hill.
It looks like something from like a 50s military base on the edge of like something from like a 007 movie or something like that. Eh? Like a little spherical thing on metal stands with some building
a henchman
windows.
Hotel.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like.
It looks like something grew from the Minions built.
It looks sick though.
Oh, it went off.
But there's a couple of them dotted about. Obviously, that one's the main one. That's like the most popular because it's at the highest point. So you just need to walk up to that, and then...
That was called the Guger Hut or something?
Guter.
Yeah,
Guter Hut.
Okay.
So in the one
Guter Hut?
That we
that's German, not French.
I don't know, where is that?
Like, that's 3,800 metres up.
What side is that on? Is that on the French side?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, so... but I think the one that we're possibly staying in is called Tetrus.
Right.
Tetrus. It's quite good. But, that's... And now you didn't even get it because we were on about that earlier. But
Oh, Tetris on my wall. Yeah, fair.
But that's 3 hours
Tetrus.
like beneath that Guter Hut. So it's an extra 3 hours the next day that you need to walk.
And so how much is the walk at the end to get to the top?
I think it's like...
From like that 18, the place you're staying?
Yeah, between 1,600 and 1,800 metres.
I thought you were going to say
depending
hours
on,
there.
No.
In hours, how long
will
it take you? Oh,
I'm just going to say all day.
That
I don't know, it depends.
So grim.
And then,
can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah.
Why?
Because to say I've done something like
genuinely,
that.
like, see when you think to yourself, like, this is what I'm going to do, what bit is it that you think, I can't wait to do that because...
I just want to be able to say that I've done it. Like, I've done something with my life, I guess, in the nicest way possible. But, yeah,
like stories people tell. Oh, I walked up this hill over in France. And, stories for the future.
But I also
memories,
want to have the experience of doing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just that we're doing other things. Like I'm going climbing with so there's 4 of us going, and 2 of them are really like competent like climbers, and they've been there before, and they've done like heaps of, like sport climbs and whatever else, and they're going to do ones that they didn't do the last time. So I think I'm going to tag along with them, and just do some quite cool climbs. And
fair.
Yeah, like some of the scenery, like you're in the Alps, like just think of the scenery. Like
I'm not arguing against you.
No.
I'm just asking you, as in, why did you want to do it? Because
I just kind of got roped into doing it. So I'm here for the ride.
There is nobody that could rope me into 9 hours worth of walking.
Yeah,
it was actually like week 3 of me into my ankle breaking.
Rehabilitation.
And Shannon had messaged me being like, right, that's your flights booked. And I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, I booked the flights for Chamonix. And I was like, Shanna broke my ankle. Like, this is in like 4 months. She was like, cool,
see you.
Yeah.
See you in 3 months.
No worries. Yeah, no, but it's not tomorrow. It's fine.
So that's when the panic set in, that I had to obviously rehabilitate as quickly as I could, as quickly as I physically could without hurting myself. So.
You're welcome for the word rehabilitate.
Yeah. Fuck you. But yeah.
So you were rehabilitated for the walk. What was saying before?
Do they have a, what do you call it, that takes you up, like
Cable
the person
cart.
a person that walks with you, like a guide? Because what is it they call them in when you go up Everest? They call them Sherpas, and those people. They're a different breed of human being.
You see them carrying actual houses on their back. Yeah. So like, I'm like, what?
Yeah, people are in videos like almost on their hands and knees. I'm not gonna make it.
Aye, we're in
the
their day
Sherpas
pack.
Casually strolling past with their luggage, somebody else's luggage, his luggage, just walking like it's just up
donkey
here.
On his back.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. But they don't have them at this thing that you're going to.
Well, they do have guides. Like they don't really need Sherpas because, well, there is crevasses, but there's nothing like.
Is it all pretty safe? Is it all like go this way and this kind
as
of
much
thing?
as hill climbing can be?
Yeah, but I mean, like, is it like? Because when you go like walking in a lot of places down England and that, it's all like hill marked, and there is like, in quotation mark, paths. They're not paths, but they're like footpaths that people have taken, and they're obvious. So it's kind of safe, if you know what I mean. Is it that kind of level, or is it just like just get there?
Just see that bit up there.
Yeah, get there.
Yeah, see the top of that thing.
You're talking about like spiky shoes and ice picks and that, and I'm imagining you like throwing a rope up and like hacking your way up to the top and being like, hanging off the top.
No, the only danger
like COD 4, like jumping one side of the ice spikes and getting stuck in a hand.
I have done that before though.
Oh my, you're so boss.
Yeah,
you're such
honestly,
a boss.
Fuck that.
It is fun. Winter climbing is good here.
Oh dear.
But yeah, there is obviously 2 major threats. So one is crevasses, obviously that's falling to your doom.
Mm-hmm.
But we're roped in, and obviously we're training and whatever else for it. Like if that ever occurs, or so I can't remember the French words for it, but it translates.
I don't speak French anyway.
Yeah, I know, but it makes it sound nicer.
Go.
So it translates to the death corridor.
Marvelous.
And it is pretty much a part of it that is pretty much, it just gets littered with rockfall from 10 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. It's just...
And you have to go through this.
Yeah, you have to. It's like one of the only ways up to it is you going past this. It's like you either have to scramble up it, walk up bits, whatever, but it's like permanent rockfall. Like there's like rockfall.
So you're trying to walk up the rock that's fallen?
Yeah.
No.
Or you're walking it as it's falling, you've got to not get hit by it?
Yeah, pretty much that.
So you don't have to go up it, you're like basically walking along and it's falling down the hill and you've got to try and avoid getting hit?
Yeah.
That's like a fucking video game.
Real life temple run.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was more thinking, what's the I should know it, that's ridiculous, with the monkey and he jumps over the barrels trying to get up.
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong, yeah, that.
So
or Crash Bandicoot.
This is it.
Like that.
Yeah. Shut up.
So it's called Gutter Coulier. like which
Right.
translates, which translates to the death corridor.
Savage.
And so it's like that.
Right, okay. So we're looking at a cliff's edge here, basically, on a sloped cliff's edge.
and
and
then
there's a very small footpath, maybe about...
and that's someone there.
Yeah, it's
hunkering
definitely...
down.
Wow, that's a one-person footpath. There's no way two people are getting side by side in that. They're like hugging the edge of the cliff.
Well, you
to
see
walk
the rock
through.
fall.
Why is it just
Jesus,
it's
these
just
hailstoning rocks?
Wow. There's a guy burrowed in behind a rock protecting himself because there's
Like
rocks
boulders.
flying, like big
It's
boulders, like the size of people flying past them.
Like
Whoa!
Indiana Jones. Yes, I
How
know.
easy-
At this space, like
How steep would it be this to just fucking run?
80,
Just
90
be like
miles an hour.
fucking
they go.
commit and just go for it? Or would you
No
Oh.
fall?
way you're
Fast.
running through that, man.
Like, yeah, that's wiping you out of that catch.
No way, no way you're running through that.
But you just have to wait until it calms down and then go. Like any video game that we play, it's all down to timing, I guess. It's just timing when to go and when not to go.
The road's a
There's no
simulation.
respawn.
It's got to be.
No, I know there's no respawn.
Damn, that's pretty savage.
So
Yeah,
that's
that's wild.
that's a bit that I'm most like. I don't even want to say
Apprehensive about.
yes, not fearful, because that just interferes with things. But
I don't think
Yeah,
my body needs
apprehensive,
adrenaline
that's
the
a good
same way
one.
that yours does. But,
Here,
my body
I feel
doesn't desire
nothing.
that
I think
feeling.
I'll get enough adrenaline because she's doing it.
Yeah, that
know what I
video
mean?
gave me a bit of adrenaline.
Yeah.
because I'm such an adrenaline junkie, I feel not a lot these days. So
Hmm.
Fucking
nothing
hell.
gets the old
Just
ticker
li-
going.
Just be really sad like the rest of us, man. Come on.
That's what gets me up in the morning.
You don't need to be hyped all the time, man. Just be sad like everyone else.
Just burrow under and get used to it all.
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
Like, say, fair to play. Like, obviously you get your adrenaline from like doing jiu-jitsu and things like that, but these things like that, blah. Like, I understand like fear-related adrenaline, but my body's just not built to want that. Like, hey, my body's not built
You're
to
on
just.
the opposite
Yeah,
direction.
my body doesn't like. Not like a fight or flight thing, but when it comes to thing like that, my body goes hefty in the flight direction. Like,
Yeah.
if it comes to like heights or like things on like mountains and things, my body's like, well, I just don't need to do this though. So like, let's not.
The thing is, I think I would love to do that. I really
Yeah.
do. I just don't think I would be able to because I'm a beach.
Ah,
Yeah, it's
when
do
we
you know
went-
what? It's just the height. That's the only.
Yeah.
See if it wasn't for heights, I totally would be fine. And actually, well, no, it's mainly because I'm a lazy bastard. I don't like walking places, but
No, I enjoy the walk.
Yeah,
Like,
when we went hill walking during COVID and that,
Class.
that was honestly, he was running up the hills
I wish I liked it. I
To the
really,
point he
really
spewed.
genuinely wish I enjoyed
True.
them, but I just
True.
don't.
after a McMuffin.
yeah, it was too early to be sprinting up that hill.
Yeah.
After a big muffin.
Aye, were you not hungover as well? I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know what? That on,
That was a
on
good
that,
day,
that's
though.
It was
extra
a great
points.
day.
That's extra
Yeah.
brownie points for that one. Then if you didn't,
That was
hungover
a
as well,
sniper one,
fucking-
wasn't it?
Mhm.
We were
Yeah,
lying there
that was,
pretending
and
we-
you
yeah.
left your phone.
Oh, my
So,
days,
my
mate.
God, yes.
Here we go. I left. We were at the top of this hill
Monroe.
area in the.
Yeah.
Where was it?
Just at
Glencova.
Glencova, yeah.
Yeah. So we were up Glencova at the top.
Uh-huh.
We were up there taking
Wait,
pictures.
Glencova.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
well, up Meyer and Drees.
Yeah,
So,
that didn't
yeah.
help. But
yeah,
yeah,
I
no.
know. I know.
So we're going up. We're at the top, right? We're taking pictures and
Yeah.
whatnot of the view and everything, and then we started to head down. As we started to head down, we got maybe 3/4 of the way down.
Yeah, I want to say even like 400 meters down.
Okay.
Like we were almost like there, and I go, "Where's my phone?" And I go, "No."
Mhm.
And I remember having it out when I was taking pictures, and I left it
Yes.
on this rock. I knew exactly what rock I left it on as well,
Idiot.
and I just went, "No." I just dropped my bag.
And
I
ran.
took my jacket off and just sprinted up this fucking hill. Just kept going all the way up and I got up that hill so fast.
Yeah.
So fast.
Mm-hmm.
I was up and down in probably 5 to 10 minutes.
What phone was this?
It was an iPhone.
It wasn't worth it anyway.
Yeah, I'm contemplating whether I would have just gotten a new one. Like,
Nah, man. It had all my sick photos on it.
400 meters upwards.
Oh, it was, yeah. That was
It was
horrific.
good.
I think I'd have been traumatized by the end of it. By that point, so I didn't.
At that point, I was like, I just went back to the car.
I was
that's
raging.
what I'm saying. Like, you're acknowledging the fact that you get halfway through this journey and you're like, I want it to be over, but it's great. It's great.
Nah,
we'll
you
do the
just
same
have to
next weekend.
Grin and bear it.
Yeah, that's fair.
But then
fair.
the whole
view
week-
is slamming.
yeah.
The views are slamming. Like I say, I've hill walked once. My dad and my brother, and the view was fun.
Well, I was just raging at the fact that like my phone had been left up there, right? I'd been counting my steps on my phone the whole time.
Oh, yeah.
So none of the steps that I did running all the way back up, all the way back down, none of that mattered. So I was raging about that.
Is there not an app you can put? Oh no, you couldn't exactly.
I couldn't because I didn't have the phone
You had
on
done
there.
just literally like high intensity workout there and it missed it all.
Oh, gutted. That is actually really gutted. You could just on the app just times 2, please.
Yeah, it just shows you how impressive my body is.
Yeah, fair play.
I'm a dog.
But that was a good.
I got that dog in me.
I got that dog in me.
I like David Goggins.
Yeah. That guy's good, man.
Yeah, I know.
He's good. I like David Goggins.
Who's gonna carry the boats? No, the logs. Who's gonna?
Who's gonna carry the logs? No, but you've going back to your going up Mount Everest.
I wish.
Well, Everest, sorry.
No, I don't
Mont
actually.
Blanc. Mont Blanc, sorry. Not Everest.
You think because we're on about the Sherpas and Everest?
Yeah, I was. Because you're going back to the Mont Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
How long's the trip? 4 days? 5 days? It's a week trip.
So, yeah, we leave on the 11th, I think, and I come back the 18th. So.
Right. And you're walking up the thing for what? 4 days? 2 days?
2 days.
So what are you doing the other 5 days?
So the first day, we take the cable car up to, I can't remember what the name is.
So on the first day you arrive, you're just going straight there?
We're ditching the bags, going up to, I think it's 3,800 metres or whatever it is, in the cable cart to get some altitude. What do you call it?
Training?
Like acclimatization.
Yeah. Right, okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing that, and then I think the second day we're going for a hike, but it'll be to like probably between 3,000 and 4,000 metres high again for acclimatization.
Like further higher than
no,
you already
it's
were at.
less, but like or the same, just depending on what one we do.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're going up to 3,800 metres,
Yeah.
and then you're going to climb another 4,000 metres.
Yeah.
Oh fucking hell.
So, and then maybe the days after that, we're going to be doing either climbing or more hikes, depending on the weather and whatever. Here, the whole week could be spoiled by the weather. It just depends. So,
is there a potential that you go there and you can't even do the walk itself?
Yeah.
What day is the walk on?
Rough.
It'll be the last couple of days.
So like day 4 or 5?
Yeah.
Or 5, 6 you'll be walking up?
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow, so you're not actually going to have any time, like,
no,
it's just a
like,
proper walking holiday.
Yeah, it's a proper, like,
you're
adventure
gonna be
holiday.
shattered when you
Yeah,
come
well,
back,
I've
man.
taken the week off
God,
after now, just so I can do
Wow.
nothing.
You'd be lying in bed just broken.
I'll just have a bell. Jody, give me juice, please.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
savage. Fair
it's
play
a-
to you.
it's
That's
a fair-
incredible.
Yeah.
That's incredible, yeah.
Bitty.
Is that a little Britain?
Yeah. Bitty.
Bitty.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, so it's a full-on holidays. But yeah, it could be weather's pish, and we might just be spending the time in Chamonix. Like, but
Drinking.
there is
On Monday.
Yeah. It's like an amazing little like town. No, it's not a town, but like
Yeah, these
like a
places up
city.
there are nice.
Like
yeah,
it's
I get what you mean.
beautiful. Like obviously
bet
with the
that will be
Alps in the
good.
background, like a wee skiing, climbing town thing. Yeah,
Why
it'll
don't
be
you just
good.
go there and go skiing? Will you go do some skiing as well?
Nah, probably not.
No?
Nah,
You've done skiing before,
Yeah.
have you not? Though? Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be good.
Did Trudy not want to come with you?
no.
Did she not?
She's not
No.
one for hill
Well,
walking.
I don't think it was like the invite was there.
Oh.
Well, she doesn't know. Like she knows Shannon, but she doesn't know Alistair and Polina. But,
Yeah, wouldn't. Yeah.
So yeah. But
Yeah,
I don't
it
think
would-
that's her cup of tea anyway. Doing that, like to that extreme, and
Yeah.
because we're doing obviously like climbing and stuff like that, she does like it. She likes bouldering, but she doesn't like heights, so it's kind of out of the
Yeah, I
question.
feel that.
Yeah, and when you're a hefty way up, and
Yeah, it's intense.
Yeah, you can't be like
It's not like a walk. It's
Yeah.
like you're full blown switched on to
Yeah.
what you're doing.
yeah.
You can't be
and
the
you
type
can't
of
be
person to be like, I want
triggered
to
by-
turn back now.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I want
there's
to
no-
stop this. Like, you've got to go.
Yeah, like full commitment or nothing. So
Like, so I'll
Savage.
ruin it for the rest of the group if that was to happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it would ruin it. Like folk, like nobody knows they're like that until they're in that position. So
Nah, you'd ruin it for me.
yeah,
If I went up there and you
I-
turned back, Kiwi, I bet you're ruining this for me. I would look you in the face
guilt
and I'd
trip.
go, you are ruining
Do you know what?
this for me.
I don't
Get
expect.
your ass
I'd be
across
like,
that
my
death."
guy, I'm fully aware. Like, I'm fully aware, but this whole thing is completely ruined for me.
I'm going to be ruined from doing
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
If you make me do this, I'm ruined.
Oh.
but yeah, it'll be an experience that It'll either make me or break me.
That's sick to be saying you're doing so, like.
I wouldn't do that fully healthy. I hope.
I would like to do other ones. If this,
dodgy foot.
Yeah, if this one goes all well and dancing, I would like to do like other like
Please
Kilimanjaro and stuff like that.
Please don't, because when you die.
I'm not gonna die. Like I can
people
die on
die.
the Scottish hills. Heaps of folk die
Yeah,
on
I trust you on the Scottish hills though.
Yeah,
you know those hills. You're Scottish.
Yeah,
I don't trust you on these foreign hills.
Just no.
I've got
I
good
just
insurance.
walk and my heart takes me.
No,
I
what
don't
like
know
climb
them
up
damn- I don't
German
know them damn
hills?
French hills. Yeah, oh German. Are the French
No,
or German? Fucking
They're
hell, you
French,
said both.
but you were
Well, they're on the
about-
borders.
Yeah.
They're right on the border.
You're
Like,
on a
it's
bit when
like-
I climbed up the French hill.
Yeah,
The
no,
German
the
hill.
German hill, yeah, and you got
Fucking
to
hell.
the closed church at
Yeah,
the top.
Das Hill.
That's
I don't know if it was a church, it was a castle.
No, sorry, castle.
A castle.
Castle.
I was about to say chateau, but that's French. It's
Well, looking at me like chateaus of food.
Chateau's a foot.
Chateau's
yeah.
a
Chateaubriand.
yeah.
A chateau can be a
That's a
yeah. I
steak,
know what you're
isn't
saying.
it?
Yeah,
But,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a big
Check
big
me
boy. It's a big sharer. You share it between two people. Well,
I'm
some people do. Some
I'm
people
sure
do themselves.
chateau means
Yeah,
Like-
chateau means something else in
Oh,
French.
no,
'cause
chateau.
Yeah, it does.
I've heard that word before.
It does. Chateau is like a wee
a castle. Chateau
wee house in
Yeah,
France.
think of what it is, because I can't.
is a castle.
Oh, it is a chateau. Is it
Chateau.
actually a castle?
Yeah, it's a castle.
Oh, and that in French. Oh, well, what's it in German? Probably something crazy.
Well, spank my ass.
Aschenbang. is it
I
in
can't even
German?
see nothing. Not
No?
that I can see.
Put
No, I can't
German
find.
for castle,
Mm,
and then make a really good attempt at
good.
saying it.
Bear with.
Bear with. Chateau. I should have known that. We did French. in
It's
school.
Berg.
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 Big.
Berg.
Berg.
No, it's
No,
Maybe,
I don't
maybe,
know,
maybe. Let's have a look. What does it say?
yeah. It's for a true castle is like Björg.
Björg. Oh, fucking hell, fair. Like Burgh.
Burgh. Yeah.
Impressive
So-
spelling, Kay.
Eden Castle is like Edinburgh's just
But they've
German
also-
for Eden Castle.
They've also got Schloss. Is
Eden-
another
fair,
word
yeah,
for a German castle or manor house. So it's either or. I don't know. I'm not
Oh, mad.
German or taking
I
German.
forgot how we got on at that. Why were we talking about oh yeah, because I went to walk to
that. Yeah.
Oh.
Chateau on the hill.
I think I forgot how we got even onto that as well.
I can't.
We just
remember.
moved on from it. From
Yeah, we
the
did.
from Karis's walking on Mont Blanc,
Oh.
and then you went up to your castle.
Mhm.
But I look forward to hearing even more
Yeah.
about you.
Yeah,
doing the
yeah,
castle,
I'll-
be
the
good.
walk,
I'm sure
you know.
I'll take lots
Now
of
you got me saying
pictures.
castle.
Björg, mate. I think.
Yeah,
Stars.
I'll take lots of pictures and videos and whatever else.
Yeah, that'll be good to see. That'll
Yeah.
be good to see.
All for
It'd
the
be better
gram.
to see in real life.
I'll let you know how it is.
Yeah, no, but
If
you,
it's worth
you,
it or
you,
Yeah,
not.
let us know if it's worth the effort.
Yeah. Don't even
No,
say
we're
use.
not
I'll
gonna
attempt to do it.
because you'll make all the effort to go, and I'll get to see it from this sofa.
Yeah. See,
So
there
it'll
you
be
go.
fucking phenomenal for me.
Sharon's caring.
Exactly.
But yeah, if all goes well, then I will try to do other ones. Because why stop there
Yeah.
like
fair.
that? I'm
I
30
realise that
next year.
we
What do you
just live vicariously through you.
Yeah.
You experience everything,
Yep.
and we just
Oh,
experience.
by curious.
Immaturity.
Do you? What do you think's the biggest one you'll do? Like the biggest hill,
I don't
the
know.
biggest climb?
Honestly,
probably. So
Yeah,
far.
this will.
No, but I mean, like of all, like, do you think you'll ever
I
try and do it?
want to. No, I won't. I've always said it that I'll never ever do Everest purely because there was a picture that he's called Nims Day Die, whatever it is,
Yeah.
and he's like he's like an expeditionist or alpinist and that, and he guides folk up there. But he
Okay.
took a picture one day, and it was literally like a queue in a supermarket. Like it was just like hours worth of folk like in a line.
Dead.
No, just no waiting to get to the top.
Alright.
It was literally like maybe like 300-400 people in a queue in a zone where you are just your body's dying, and it's taking them hours to get to the top because they're standing waiting there.
So people will probably die in that bit just purely because they have to wait in
Yeah,
that bit for so
pretty
long
much,
to make
yeah.
the ascent to the top.
Because I think anything past, I want to say 7,500 meters is called the death zone. So it's literally like you're on oxygen supply, but your body is shutting down. like very very
mad.
slowly.
The 400 other people stealing all your oxygen as well.
They make it like it's a total like really hard thing to do, and it's like only the pinnacle of people can make it to the top of Everest, but there's like 300-400 people waiting in a queue to get up there.
Yeah, anyone can get to the top.
It's not that impressive a fucking feat though, then, is it?
Come
to get
on,
to the top of Everest. Is it?
Yeah.
Like,
it's still impressive.
Well, I mean,
I'd still be impressed.
I'm not saying not impressive, but I mean, like, the way it's made out is what I mean is, like, the way it's made out like it's this fucking, like, monumental challenge where you're having to pick ice your way up everything and things
like
that.
There is bits, like,
if there's
the Hillary
400 people
step
just casually waiting to do it.
So look at that picture. So that is just a line of people waiting to get to the top.
A line of people across hilltops. Wow.
Like in the death zone.
Oh my god! And what, they have to wait until someone's finished fucking around the top and comes back down, and then they can have a look.
Yeah, and then
that's
it's the next
so
person.
wild.
Yeah, Steve, look at that.
That's so wild. Yeah, so okay, so what that looks like is that does look like it's a savagely hard walk, and people look like they're risking falling off and everything just to be in that position to hopefully touch the top. Fuck that.
People pay like thousands.
Oh yeah,
thousands.
Like spend $100,000 to summit on Everest. You can obviously do it through like sponsors and whatever else. But
right. So who does the $100,000 go to?
It'll be a percentage. Will go to your guide, obviously, because they're having to summit every time someone obviously pays them to. And then it'll be like your kit, your oxygen.
They must make a killing considering how many people are summiting a day.
Yeah, but then there's hundreds of different companies at the base of Everest. Well, at base camp, and then they'll just like
but they must get serious danger money as well. They must be making more than offshore people. Surely.
Yeah, I don't think
it'd be intriguing to see how much they make per journey to the top.
But yeah,
like the guides.
All in all, the expenses pay for like
Jamie, bring that up.
The like cost goes to base camp, obviously, like a tent being there. You have all the other camps, like as you climb.
Yeah.
All the ladders, like that get put up and put across crevasses because they're so wide that you can't just hop across it. Right. You've got all that. Then your oxygen supply, folk carrying up your oxygen because you're not going to carry 4 cylinders or whatever. Plus reg, plus all your camping stuff. Like. Yeah, that's like, so in all fairness, like, I don't even think the amount covers what they get paid.
Yeah, like, that must be, like, debatably the hardest job in the world.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Like, having to do that, Like, that's savage.
But,
nothing off the top of my head.
Yeah, like, physically hardest. Yeah. Not like, like, physically and mentally hardest. Like having to do that journey every single day, carrying all that stuff, like, all that on your body.
Pretty hard.
Like, their cardio must be unparalleled.
But
like,
that
lack of that little amount of oxygen all the time, and they're constantly going like that. Not a chef, you dickhead.
But a lot of the Sherpas are born of
they're like local
high
people,
altitude.
Aren't they?
Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, we do other ones like I want to say the Lost, but that's like right beside Everest. It's just a little bit lower than Everest.
Do the same amount of people go to that? No.
I want to say no, but I don't know. But a lot of them are now getting closed off by like their governments because they're obviously now getting influxes of people. So where Everest is, I want to say you've got like the Nepal side of it, which is like tourism and obviously everyone that wants to come at like base camp and stuff. But the Chinese side of it is actually closed off to the public. You have to get like special permission to gain access to Everest from China.
So it's because more people nowadays are trying to
and
go
they're
hill
wanting
climbing.
to kind of stop all that.
That's mad intriguing. I wonder why so many people are hill climbing nowadays.
Yeah.
Could be hiding something.
Could hiding something.
Could be hiding
something.
Chinese. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Podcast will get closed down.
I just said they could be hiding something.
That's a reference. What's that off of?
I don't know.
Yeah, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I'm not going to reference a thing, but that's exactly what that's from.
I've not seen that. Seems like a good show.
Josh would be laughing, actually. He'd know that reference.
I mean to watch that. But,
yeah, so
you want to do the one just below the Everest?
Yeah, I would like to do the other 8,000 hours, but I don't think I'll manage to do it in my lifetime.
Steve, that was a hill walker term. We don't understand that.
So 8,000, anything above 8,000 meters.
All right.
Like sort of Everest, Lost. I can't even remember.
Just those wonder sick climbs, my guy.
Yeah. Like all the big, like
you said that.
the tallest.
when you said that, I made a face somebody just shat in my cereal.
Yeah, no,
That's what I was looking at. I was like,
Sorry, I forgot.
What?
Yeah, so the 14 highest peaks in the world are all above 8,000 meters. I think. Don't quote
What's
me
the
on
top
that.
5? Do you know them?
Oh, keep it on the spot here.
Yeah,
She ain't
I
gonna
know.
that. She ain't gonna do that.
It's because I want to know
I
what
know
they're called.
Everest, Lost, Annapurna,
K1
K2.
in that mix. K2, sorry.
Yeah,
not
you're
K1.
close.
K1.
K1 kickboxing. Ooh.
Googling here.
Are you at Google it?
K2.
I might find out some stuff.
I found out some things.
Yeah.
Where is K2? That's...
I want to say they're all...
Are they all in that range?
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
in, like, that
Mansulu.
Nepalese.
Or Manasulu or whatever it is.
Manasoyu. I don't know. Let me see.
What
does it say?
Manasulu.
And... Oh, Jesus. Aconcagua?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, mad.
Kilimanjaro. I would like to do that.
Yeah, that would be a good one to do just because of the name.
Yeah.
Because everyone knows Kilimanjaro.
Annapurna, yeah, all
Like
those.
the other ones you're saying, a lot of them I've never heard of these.
Mont Blanc is in there.
Maybe that's
with the highest peaks of the world.
condemnation to the education system of our country. Or maybe our times.
Damn.
Damn.
Sorry, I was looking at how
got
much the
sidetracked.
Everest guides get paid.
Okay.
Sorry to go off what you just
Yeah,
said.
so-
No, I
that's
want to
alright.
hear this.
Right, so this is terrible. Sherpas make at least 2,000 per climbing season, considerably more than the medium income of Nepal.
How many do they climb though?
I don't know, which comes in at around £540 per year. US
I told
dollars
you,
per
they
year.
paid peanuts.
Wait, what?
At least-
$500 per year? That's what they make?
Yeah. So 2,000 per climbing season, because the climbing season's only for like 6 months or something. Isn't it?
Not even that. I
So
think it's like 2
elite
months.
Sherpas can make as much as 4,000 to 5,000 in just 2 months. By comparison, Western guides make as much as 50,000 plus
Mhm.
tips. So Western guides make as much as 50,000.
Absolutely.
Every time they
While the
summit.
Sherpas are getting paid like
They make
fucking
10 times
£2,000.
what an actual...
Mhm.
Oh, well, okay, 20 times, over
Yeah.
20 times what a Sherpa makes.
Yep.
An
That's
elite Sherpa
so
makes
grim.
5, so that's madness.
So 10 times even an elite Sherpa.
Yeah.
That's so grim.
Mm-hmm.
That's so grim.
I'll head on here. Wait. What the
Oh no, we need better rights for these Sherpas, man.
Sherpa
That's so
salaries.
savage.
Sherpa salaries May 2023. Sherpas pay the lowest earners 42,000 a year, while the top 10% are paid over 139,000.
What is that?
This must be
is that
Western.
US dollars or pounds or?
That's US dollars. This must be a Western one.
Have you said Sherpas for
Mountaineer
what's it
monthly
called?
salary, annual salary, top
the
earners
mountain that we're talking
100,000.
about? I've completely
Mount
the
Everest.
Mount Everest. Fucking hell,
That's crazy.
Yeah.
mad.
Yeah, they just get paid like a labourer's fee. Pretty
There would need to be some sort of high 7-figure wage to make me be doing things like that.
But then
These
we're
are obviously
we're all born at sea level. They're born at like 7,000. Nah,
Doesn't
not
mean I want to
7,000 meters. But
No, but
yeah.
I'm
touring
These
about
are-
the
these are all,
oceans
like,
for
They're
£500
they're all-
Nepali, like nationals. You know, they're all
Yeah.
born there and that, and then these Western companies are coming in, and they've got like people who are at the top of the business going up doing these climbs, earning like
So
60 bags.
Yeah,
I
Right,
think-
and then they've got these people, basically, like, I'm just going to say slaves, right? These Sherpas are like slaves
Labourers,
working for
yeah.
pennies, like
Yeah,
carrying all the
yeah.
stuff up, doing all the real labour, you know?
But I think that Nims
That's what
Dai
it comes down
guy,
to me.
or he's called like Nims Purja, something like that. He's trying to like obviously make a difference. Like he is from the Himalayas somewhere, but yeah, like he like is trying to make a difference for the Sherpas. Like all of his crew are Sherpas, so
yeah, good because it
like he's making a difference. And like, see if you look
That's
at base camp, all his like most of the tents are his. Like he's now got his
Yeah.
brand and like his expedition company as that. So then he'll obviously like be paying them better and stuff like that.
Yeah, because it's a proper like way of taking advantage of them. You know what I mean? Like having them do
Going in-
basically the same job as you, but then like they're
Not
paying
only
them
that,
very
going into their country and
that's
then
what I'm saying,
taking
yeah.
their
Yeah.
tourism.
paying them
Yeah.
very little money, as
Yeah.
if going like, I know you have to do this job because
Yeah.
you need to do this, so I'm just going to give you the bare minimum because we know you'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is it's rough. They
It's
if
grim.
that is the case, they should be getting paid the max. You know what
Yeah.
I mean, as bad as it sounds, charge the fucking people that are going to do it even
Yeah.
more, so that less of them go. They
Yep.
can pay the Sherpas more. The mountain's less logged up.
But then
It's these companies making money from
but they'll
it,
still
surely.
make the money because they'll just charge more. Less people will go, but they charge more per person.
Yeah.
And then you'll just get, and then, you know what I mean? As much as I know it's not a great thing being like, yeah, charge people more money for things, but like, it's better for the whole scenario, but if you think about it in that manner.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Especially for the Sherpas, like, yeah, just charge people more and pay them a better wage, and then less people will go, but they'll still earn the same money.
All it comes down to is these people at the top shouldn't be taking as high salary as that, and they should be paying everyone.
Nah, it shouldn't be a Western thing to be taking that much money out of a hill range over there that has nothing to do with them. It's a literal mountain range, you know what I mean? They should be allowing the locals to make all the money from that.
Yeah. They obviously get an influx per year to that country, to Nepal. So, and just think all the people that will come across and they'll buy food and whatever else. Mm-hmm. So it is like, if they make less folk come, then obviously other folk will suffer.
They'll have no say in who comes. It'll be the companies pumping people over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if the more expensive,
I mean, they've set it all up. The way they'll see it is they've set it all up. They've brought the tourism over. They've set it up, and they're the ones paying for everything.
But do you do that much tourism really if you're going to Everest? Do you not? Is that not one of those trips like yours where you go, you climb up Everest, you climb back down, and you go back home again?
No, you're there
it's
for
like 5-6 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, is it really?
Because you have to acclimatise. It's like
a boxing camp.
Do you live in one of the towns, like a town or a city?
Base camp, base camp.
But that's what I'm saying there. So there's not a lot of tourism to generate to base camp other than the tourism that's already on the mountain. Like, you're not living in a city area.
No, you fly into I cannot remember the name of the place.
Like, are you shopping at normal shops that the locals also shop at and all this kind of stuff?
Yeah, there's only base camp. I think you go to base camp and the walk for Everest is 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think 2 weeks to walk to base camp.
So the other 3 weeks, so you'll be in the towns that are near Everest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
guess
living
so,
in hotels.
I don't know 100%.
I think it takes 2 weeks to get to base camp because you need to acclimatise. So a base camp sits at I want to say 5,000 and odd meters.
Okay.
So you have to, obviously you can't just do that in a 1 hour and be okay. Like, you have to acclimatise yourself to it. So in that 2 weeks they'll spend however long dotting about different towns and local villages and stuff like that to get to base camp. So yeah,
okay, in that case, I could totally understand then. In that case, fair, that does generate some revenue for towns as well as just the people on the mountain.
They'll set up all these places, they'll set up businesses and so they'll still be making more profit from that.
True, very true. Yeah, it's a shame,
rough.
but
it is rough.
Yeah.
Although
the Sherpas,
they should be getting paid properly, to be fair, but the experience that you get from it is that's not the walker's fault. Where the money goes, you pay your money, you do the walk either way.
Surely, by that fault, it doesn't seem like the experience is that fucking good.
I don't. Honestly, I think you can buy.
That must be 1 in a million.
Everest.
Surely, that can't be like that every time with that photo.
Is.
Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That is savage.
Because I did watch a documentary about it years ago, but I can't remember. But it didn't seem like it was like that. But maybe it was a documentary from a fucking
I want to say it's been the last couple of decades. It's just gotten obviously busier and busier.
Yeah, well, you're saying loads of people are hill walking. It's interesting that so many more people have taken that up as a.
But I think a lot of folk did take it up during COVID and that because there wasn't anything else to do. Well, here in Scotland anyway, a lot of folk did take it up. But
in other countries they'll have done the same if they were shut down.
Possibly.
Other countries that that have mountain ranges, surely the people have been doing the same thing there.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Savage though.
Yeah.
Right, head down. We'll go around the toilet. We'll take a quick break.
No worries.
We'll be right back. Yo, what's up? We're back. You know what, right? I had a moment of feeling really old just the other day. I was speaking to this kid at work at this other place that I'm working at. And he was a Man United fan, right? We were talking about football. And he was asking me why I supported Manchester United. And I was telling him all about how I remember, not that I remember, I became a fan just after they'd won the treble, and I was a fan because of Sir Alex Ferguson and Dave Beckham was my favourite football player. And I was speaking to him about a game when we stopped Arsenal after their invincible run, going unbeaten all season, and then they came to Old Trafford and we beat them. We beat them. And the kid turned to me and said, I wasn't alive. And I was like, what? I was like, whoa. I was like, when the hell were you born? He was like, 2005.
No.
And I was like, whoa. And I don't know why, it just freaked me out. I was like, dude, that's so weird, man. This kid was 6'2" as well. He's towering over me.
And I was like, this take much though.
No,
that's mad when you say that though. 2005 sounds like that's not even that far ago, but that's 18.
Yeah.
18 years ago was 2005. That's wild.
And we are plus 10 of that.
Stop.
Nah,
and more.
It's ridiculous because you forget how old you really are.
Yeah, I know.
And then
I don't feel it.
I was speaking to this kid as if I was 21, and he was 18. You know what I mean? And then he says to me, "I wasn't even born." And I was like, "Boom!" Reality hit home. I was like, "Jesus Christ, I'm talking to a kid."
I get that sometimes.
Gunshot.
I'm like, "What the fuck?"
I even just get that sometimes, even at the gym. Just with the guys that are just a little bit younger, like I'm speaking to them and I'm like, "Oh fucking hell!" Like,
they're
I'm
young.
not like one of you, like the young guys that are like very early 20s, if you know what I mean. I'm like 29. You know what I mean? I'm almost one of the 30-year-old athletes.
Yeah.
I know. I am 29 on Wednesday.
Athlete is not the word I would use.
It's getting used to anyway. It's getting abolished either way. But not. It made me feel old, man.
To be fair, I feel old every time I try and pick someone up off the ground. But
I feel it in my knees, man. Every time I bend down to get in the fridge, man, my knees stand to hurt. It's ridiculous.
You just have a new ailment every day.
Yeah,
different one.
It's really not good.
That's what you sent to me, that thing about jiu-jitsu. That's like all life once you get to a certain age. It's
yeah,
like
you
none
don't
of your
recover.
Injuries go away. You just get new ones that make you forget about the ones that were hurting before.
They're always weird and wonderful injuries as well.
Mm-hmm.
How's the jiu-jitsu been going?
I wouldn't say wonderful, pretty good,
Yeah?
Yeah. Well, speaking of injuries, my knee's in a bit tatters, but other than that,
Yeah, do you not have surgery?
Nah, I don't know what I need to do. I need to get an MRI. I've had an X-ray on it, and well, obviously an X-ray didn't show me fuck all, so I need to get an MRI on it to see my ligaments and muscles and shit.
Right, okay.
To see whether they're fucked up or not. But the fantastic NHS are going to take about 4 to 6 months to get an MRI, so I'm going to have to just
long
pay
waiting
to
list.
get an MRI done, because there's fuck waiting on them. And it's getting worse all the time. But
so you need it checked.
Mm-hmm.
You would do it privately?
Yeah, I'll need to get it seen too.
How much is that? Pricey?
I don't know. Nah, I don't know. It's. I think you're maybe like £300-400, and they'll do all the scans. But then obviously that means if there's anything wrong with it, then they handle everything else. Because I've got private healthcare, private health insurance. So
right, okay.
If I'll pay that to get checked, and then if there is something wrong with me, obviously they'll cover the cost of fixing my knee.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Karis? How's jiu-jitsu going for you? You getting back to it?
Yeah, getting there slowly. I'm just still going through the phase of obviously because I'm coming back from an injury, I can't do the things that I could normally do. So it is getting frustrating now, and it is getting a pain in the arse. And I had a wee meltdown the other day, and I text Kimmy and Jamie. Yeah, I just had a wee moment. I'm obviously not good with speaking about feelings and stuff like that. So I had to obviously I had to grit teeth and just speak about it, because it was bugging me. It's
what was bugging you?
Just I have no goal or thought process just now, cause
when it comes to jiu-jitsu.
yeah, because I'm so limited in what I can do. I'm just doing stuff that I can do, which leads to not a lot. So yeah, it's just finding new ways to obviously develop what I can do into being able to do more stuff.
What, so you were basically just missing being able to
just full on go for it. Whereas as soon as I come up on my toes or crouch or anything like that, my whole right hand side has nothing. So I just have no balance. So I don't bother coming up on top of folk to then work my way that way. But
is that just a thing of taking time for it to come?
Yeah, it will eventually come back. It's just obviously weak just now, but yeah, it's just not great. So yeah, it was bugging me, and then I had a wee moment to Cowie and Jamie, and I feel better this week. It is what it is. I just need to find something to practice to try get my mind off of it. Have something either a submission I want to go for, or a route I want to take to get to a submission, or something along the lines of that. So yeah, I've found something, so I'm going to keep trying that until I get it. It's just really difficult, so it'll take quite a while.
You'll get better quicker because you'll be forced to have almost grapple with a disability. So then when the disability is gone, it'll be an extra limb. You'll be
I know.
Superpower.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, I hope so.
You'll be tanning people with 3 limbs, and then the other one will be fine. You'll be well, you're all fucked now.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
it's just a case of getting back on the horse and letting time heal you.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Like you say, it's hard to expect to do very well when you're like say you've got a foot that you can barely put weight on, you can barely do very much with. Like it's just gonna be hard for you to get anything off.
It is literally just frustrating. That's all it is. Like, and I'm just getting, like, instead of it being like my happy place that I can just zone out, I'm having to like overthink, for the fear of either hurting myself or, like I can't do that, so I can't move to there, or I'm not that fast, or just stuff like that.
Yeah, you come to jiu-jitsu to avoid having to worry about anything, but then when you come, you're worried about hurting yourself or worried about what you can do because of that. Yeah,
so just pretty much that. But I'm over it now, or like I'm over it just now. I don't know if it was just like I'd probably say more frustrating point than anything.
Well, it can get like that with most sports.
Yeah.
You go through rough patches.
Yeah, there's peaks and troughs.
Especially when you've got an injury, so everyone knows it's a low point for an athlete.
Yeah.
And you'll have a lot in your mind with this walk as well, so it's understandable.
Yeah, because I don't obviously injure myself before that walk, because then it'll just be a waste of money and whatever. Like, I would still go across and I would still enjoy myself, but I'm obviously going over for a specific thing.
Yeah,
so
you ain't doing that walk with a set of crutches on.
No, not a chance. But yeah, so just, I don't know. It was just a moment I was having.
We
all have them. Yeah, we all have them.
We all have them. I've had plenty of them. Like,
yeah, I'll get over it.
You do.
You're going to ask a question there.
Well, no, I wasn't really thinking of a question. I was more, in terms of my own life, I can kind of appreciate what you mean, because see, whenever I have a little bit of self-doubt about myself is whenever I'm going into a new place at work. Like just now, I'm working in two different jobs, and I float between the both of them. And jumping in, when you jump into a new place, everybody there is judging you for what you're doing. So you internally start to judge yourself. Am I good at this? Am I doing this right? These type of things. Yeah, and internally you start to doubt yourself. But then after like working like one hour in these places, I shake that off and realize that it's all in your head, because you know all the things you're meant to be doing anyway. It's just a weak moment of self-doubt.
Yeah.
And it gets like that when you jump in between these places, because people are always looking at you. Like, if you're not a permanent member of staff, you've got to reach a certain level. Like, you have to reach their expectations. Otherwise, they just won't respect you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get that.
Because you're just walking into random places.
Yeah. And
it's always, like, all these different places, always new eyes looking at you, judging you as well. So, but, like I say, I'm pretty good at my job, and eventually it shines through.
Yeah.
By doing jobs properly.
That's good.
But I get what you mean when like you doubt yourself and but you're coming back from injuries.
I know. It'll just take time. Like
definitely. You know yourself that you're good enough at it anyway, and we always tell you you're a beast.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All the time I tell you you're a beast.
Thanks.
not like that.
You fucking beast.
Scottish beast. Thanks very much.
All the good describing words are bad. You're a monster.
Yeah.
Shiz though.
Shiz.
I try.
Yeah. Well, you can try more once your foot's better.
You saying I'm shite just now?
No, you thought you were shite.
Yeah,
I've told you you're good multiple times.
You know what? Like,
times. Yeah, I know. I've been there before. Like, I've had quite a lot of moments where it's just like you had a fucking even just when you're having like a bad week. You know what I mean? You have some rounds and you get your fucking put in some positions that you're like, I probably shouldn't really be putting in these positions by these people. Like, this isn't great. And then you go and you're like, oh my god, am I just shit? Like, is everyone just getting better and I'm just not getting any better and I'm just like stuck here? Oh my god, am I getting fucked up? And then it can happen for like a week or two, and then you're like, oh no. Like, oh no, this is totally me.
Yeah.
I've fucked it now. Like, I'm just not getting any better.
That could be applied to everyday life as well, man. People struggle like that everyday life. Like, sometimes they just get things just seem to happen repeatedly wrong, like one thing after another.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what the saying is, it comes in threes, and life comes in 30s, man. Just one thing after another can keep going wrong, keep going wrong. It's the same sometimes when things are on your side, they're on your side. Do you know, you have an extremely lucky streak sometimes too.
I feel like you find that they all say it, and it's probably the same like in jiu-jitsu as in life, is that like it's hard to like make any progress without having those moments, if you know what I mean. Like you have to take some level of a pushback before you can make any like real progress.
Of course,
and like
yeah.
in jiu-jitsu, it's a lot of the time you find it's like when you're feeling most shit, you're feeling like you're not getting anything done, you can't do anything, you're terrible, you're not progressing, then you'll have like one of those moments and you'll not know, nothing will really happen, but some things will just click and things will just make a little bit more sense in your head. Then you'll have like a week or two where you're just like, everyone's like, holy fuck, like you're doing really good here, and you're just like, you're doing things that you wouldn't normally do, and you're getting positions off that you wouldn't normally get, and you're like, oh, and you feel good, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of it's like that,
reaching a new level.
I think because you get to a point where you're in just such a flow state of mind, and then when it eventually catches up on you and you realise what you're doing, that's when you go through that like plateau. And then, like you said, when like you start noticing and clicking, and you do level up. But yeah, it's just waiting for that moment. But that plateau moment is god awful.
Especially when you're like in a competitive sense, like you guys are competing all the time. Like I said, even back to me, people compete professionally all the time as well. When you're in a career like chefing, everyone there's like ego boosts. A lot of big egos coming together in a kitchen, and you're always kind of like,
everyone wants to be the best chef.
Yeah, everyone does, man. Everyone thinks they're top dog, so everyone's competing to be the best chef and thinks their food's the best. It's just how it is in the kitchen. So when you're in a competitive environment like that,
you will level up though. You'll always level up, even if you feel like you're at the bottom. You will, like, you're only going to get better being around the best sort of folk. And what's the saying?
Definitely.
You're either the hammer or the nail.
Sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
Yeah. So, having that level of experience around you, you're always going to get better.
Yeah, that's been my number one priority when I've been choosing my jobs, and that who is my head chef, and who are the people around me that I'm going to be learning off of.
Can I learn things from these people or not?
And when they're learning, it was the same period. Whenever the learning stopped, that's when I decided it was time to move. Usually it's about the 2-year mark. Sometimes earlier, sometimes it's later.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Once they have not much left to teach me, I'll move on. Or once they stop, like, because teachers can lose interest as well, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I suppose even for their sake, like, if they're getting, like, fresh people, not all the time, but if they're getting fresh stuff and they're constantly teaching people stuff, there's only so much time they'll put into you, and then they'll be like, right, I just focus.
You only have one chance as well. Like, when I moved down to England, when I was 21, when I moved down there, I was young, I was fresh. Like, you don't get many young people going away and doing that. And like these hotels that I was at, they don't get a lot of really young staff coming in fresh that they can teach everything to. You know what I mean? So, like, when a young person does go down, they do invest a lot into them.
Which
but eventually that plateaus.
That's really good.
It is good. Eventually that does plateau, like you say. And for me, that's just time to move on and level up. And then that's when I went to the more experienced hotels in Scotland. But
do you ever think you would move down south for work, or?
No, probably not. I enjoy being in Scotland too much. I enjoy being Scottish.
I suppose there is.
Yeah, what would it take for you to go down? Like, what like to work somewhere down south again? How good would it have to be, or how good would it have to pay to make you want to do that?
Or would you go for the experience, i.e., like,
it's like who would it have to be? Who would it have to be working under to make you go?
Genuinely, what would it take for me to move away and do that again would be for them to offer me to bring everyone with me. That's all.
What if it had to be just you though? Like, say, like who would you have to be learning off of?
I don't care anymore.
Yeah, but if it was somebody like, okay, fair.
Like, you're quite content.
I'm happy with the level I'm at as a chef. I am, and I know I can get work. What about
anywhere? Pierre White? What's his name? The guy that trained
Marco Pierre White.
Yeah, what if he was like fucking?
I don't care, man. Like, I understand these people are amazing.
He asks for you specifically.
I don't care, man.
Bring me Mr. Hamilton.
Sends you an invitation via owl. And you turn it down.
Of course I do, man. I'm not leaving my boys again, man. I did it once. I'm not doing it again.
No.
I was gone for too long. I'm not doing it again. It sucked.
Fair.
Fair. I missed everyone too much to go and do it again.
Oh, I like where your morals lie.
It's just
priorities and all that.
Yeah, whatever.
You big sap. Yeah, big sap.
£1 an hour more from someone down south, and I'd fuck a lot of yourself.
So long.
No, but I'm also interested in doing this, so it would have to be where the interesting for me is is to do this from now on.
Yeah.
So I want to do this.
So if Mark Copier White was like, I'll also build you a
studio, yeah.
Nah, yeah,
and I'll fly your friends down every week so you can.
And I'll be like,
I don't like flying.
You can get the train then. Or you can drive.
This is what I want. This is what I want to keep doing. So that doesn't happen if I move down south because I'm not doing this by myself.
Could just Zoom call us.
Zoom call them. That would be fucking
diabolical.
That'd be grim.
You could, but
the quality is piss.
The energy would not be there. I'll tell you.
No.
The Craig flamboyancy wouldn't be there.
The zestiness would be gone.
Yeah.
There's too much ADHD in this room for you to be focused for that long on Zoom.
Yeah, you know. I know, an hour and a bit is too much.
Yeah, when I had to do like Zoom calls? Not
Zoom.
Calls, it was actually Teams calls for my uni stuff. That was, like it is nigh on impossible to actually pay attention to what they're talking about on.
You're like 3 hours.
Nigh on impossible.
You're 3 hours into the housekeeping.
Yeah, exactly. I've done like fucking 3 loads of washing, 2 sets of dishes, and cleaned the floor before I remembered I was on a lecture.
Maybe had a quick nap as well.
But it is actually like hard. It's like when you're sitting trying to pay attention, like you're listening, and you're like, listen, it's a tiny little screen, and you're trying to look what they're saying. You're like, I swear to God, I'm listening, but I don't know if anything's going in. Like it's so hard to pay attention. So yeah, even it'd be more entertaining. I feel like doing this for a couple of hours would be considerably more entertaining than that. But
I can imagine it's as difficult as when the headphones go out.
Yeah, I know. That takes a lot of energy. I can now hear things that I didn't before.
Yeah, I know. Well, I think we'll probably call this one here, guys. It's been another good episode. It's getting a bit late here.
yeah,
But thanks for coming around again.
No, thank you.
And
always a pleasure.
Yeah.
It was nice seeing you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yes, we'll do it again. I know I'm working the whole next week, but we'll be back again in a week or so to do it again. And then we'll catch up with you after you've been on Mount Blanc as well, Karis.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
I'll bring the experience to you guys.
You
have
to
to
get like a GoPro video of you crossing that mountain, that like.
The Death Valley. No, I'm just going to be paying attention to myself.
Put it on your chest or something.
Okay, yeah.
Listen, I need a rock.
I'll bring you a rock
from the highest up.
Yeah.
From the highest up point you can visit, the highest up rock you can find on that hill.
I will do that. Remind me the week that I go.
Oh well, remind me. Remind you.
Or Steve, you remind us.
What's the week? Because I'll save this in my
the
phone.
11th.
I want a Mont Rock.
I want a rock that has killed a man.
God damn.
I can't carry a boulder. Come on.
When do you go?
The 11th.
Of what?
Of June.
Find me one that's bloody.
So the week before
and
that.
bring it to me.
Yeah.
So if I remind you on like Monday. Wait,
Yeah.
why a week before you go?
Well, no, not a week. The week of. The week
So you
of.
go 11th,
The 11th,
to the 18th.
yeah. Just put on the 11th.
I'm going 11th.
Well, we'll catch you after then.
Karis, bring me a rock.
Thanks, guys, for listening again.
Thanks.
And once again, we always say at the end, cheers, guys.
Yes.
And peace.
Cheers.
Peace.